Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies, and this new computer that my guides apparently have worked out already. Goodness me, no mucking around. They told me they had it, and absolutely they did. So I gather they were popping in a little bit yesterday already, first day. Okay, entertainment only. Pardon me, just a little bit of a, daughter came home from work last week with a shocking cold, so I've just got a little bit of it. No dramas there at all. What I want to have a look at, absolutely feral day outside, good day to be home, stay safe if you're on the roads. Using my runic tarot, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is what are we going to find out about from the Anonymous video? So Anonymous came out, what was it, 3 weeks ago or something? Sorry, I just have a sip of my dandelion tea, which I'm sure my liver will love. Woke up at 5:55 this morning, so did go back to sleep, by the way, because for me that's the middle of the night. But I'm waiting for whatever amazing to happen is going to happen. 5 being a number of big change. Okay. I want to have a look at this Anonymous. Now, there's a lot of channels that are popping up claiming they're anonymous. Some are AI generated, some are actual people in a mask. I'm not sure that all of them are real. What's happening is videos are coming out from all these different sources, basically regurgitating what we already know. There's nothing that we don't know. Interestingly enough, I posted in my post section a link to AP News about the Rockland court case. Completely gone. Gone, I tell you. The page does not exist anymore. So I'd say there's some nerves being struck behind the scenes there in regards to what's been found out in Rockland County in New York. But I want to have a look at the Anonymous video that I still feel is yet to come out. As I said, the what's coming out is just regurgitating what we already know. They need to bring the receipts. If they know something, they need to bring the receipts. So I'm using my runic tarot. I've got my cheat sheet here. And as I split the deck to start poker shuffling, the High Priestess, secrets being revealed, the bison in the room, the feminine energy, and the King of Pentacles. Can be occasionally my must card, but it's also Felon 45, the orange twerp, as the businessman, or it could simply be oligarchs in general. So I think Anonymous are still the genuine Anonymous, are still to come out with their video. So yeah, we've got the Hermit here. This is about introspection, investigation, finding the light going forward, but it's also someone explained to me, it's about tapping into the roots of the tree of life. So that's interesting as well, tapping into the roots of all knowledge. So let's have a look. I don't feel the Anonymous videos come out. I feel there are people that are channels that are copying to ride the coattails. So let's have a look. What is this Anonymous video? What is this Anonymous video? I'm just going to, a couple of things that have come out that quite a few people have emailed me about or have come across. The bastard budget bill, I'll call it what it is. I suspect it will get passed. I suspect it may get passed by the 4th of July. There's just purely threats going on behind the scenes, etc., to make sure it passes. Just be aware that most of what is in that bill doesn't come into effect for another 2 to 3 years. So basically, they've designed it so that if the Democrats get back in at any stage, it's designed to make the Democrats look like absolute bastards. Just be aware of that. So a lot of the fear that is generating now won't come to pass. This is their modus operandi, is to keep people in fear. However, plug into that in regards to rallies that gain momentum, because I think that's why the fencing's going up around the White House is they're expecting rallies. I'm not going to call them protests or riots or anything like that. They're expecting rallies, backlashing. Don't necessarily let people know that it doesn't come into effect for the next 2 or 3 years. If they feel outraged, channel that outrage into the rallies, etc. And what will happen is when this regime goes crashing down, what was in that bill becomes irrelevant. You only have to look at all the good that Biden did in his 4 years, and literally within the first couple of weeks of the orange twerp being in, he got rid of everything. So just be aware of that, but plug into the outrage and the anger and channel it into the pushing back. Okay, what I want to have a look at. And also a lot of people have been emailing me about shackled bodies off the coast of California. That's the shackled. Though I think there were 5 shackled bodies that washed up on a beach in Mallorca in Spain, and it was to do with human trafficking from the African countries, etc. And that was a month ago. So I'm not quite sure why there's conspiracy theories about it happening in California. If there is actually any factual news, let me know. But just be aware that is not true. So, okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the anonymous videos. What are these anonymous? Oh, I just got chills. I mean, I know it's a cold day out and the wind is howling and the rain is coming down, but it's not cold inside. Okay, what's going to be in these anonymous videos? If I haven't said it already for you centers, entertainment only, come on down, let's have a look. 7 minutes in and I haven't thrown a card. Okay, whatever they bring forward is going to be explosive. Volatile information. That's my little cheat sheet over there in case you're wondering what that was. The messaging that comes forward is going to be volatile, inflammatory. Okay, let's keep going. Right, the challenge is the regime is going to try and stop it, going to try and stall it, but it will bring about a different viewpoint of what we thought, and I'm talking about we, the collective. We have a fabulous community in this spiritual community. I think this is those that aren't awake, being given a wake-up call, being forced to look at what they believed in a different light, from a different angle. Okay, what are they going to bring forward? The 2 of Swords is the energy stewing in. It is going to be, it's not legal. I think this is truth. The truth that's been blocked. Okay, thank you. This figure, it's got the wolf, sheep in wolf's clothing. Would it be a wolf in sheep's clothing? It's basically the wolf, the predator, blocking the truth from coming forward. Now, in the background, with this clarity on this fabulous new little laptop that I bought in a sale, You've got the corpse hanging on the tree and the barrenness behind. So this is the energy stew that whatever this information in is stewing in. It's information, it's truth that has been blocked that may include some deceased persons. Now, I did a reading forever ago on Zorro Ranch. I believe that was one of the hangouts of those associated with Epstein. It was just a ghastly, ghastly reading. If you feel that you can stomach it, go back and have a look. Just put Zorro in the search engine. If not, just trust me. It was about certain young women or young girls, I'm going to call them girls, who were involved in that trafficking, being buried on that ranch. So whatever it is, it's truth that has been prevented from coming out about this just barren landscape, this dead landscape. Okay, in the past, the Queen of Wands, the inspirational female bringing forth a powerful message. I am really getting this is to do with Epstein. There was an anonymous channel that put a video out sort of pre-warning that there was going to be Epstein stuff come out. This is is it the Katie Johnsons, the Virginia Giuffre, the strength of the women that were bringing their message forward. Now, I know Virginia has passed, but she is there in spirit. Powerful times. Okay, what is it? Something new, something powerful about protection or lack thereof. The energy hanging over it is huge, huge shield energy. Now I'm having a look at the 2 runes on here. Wealth, abundance, energy, foresight, creation up in the clouds here. And this rune here is about new beginnings, protection of new beginnings. But this is down in the weeds. Could this... Okay, I'm just going to put those aside because we've got the king on the bottom as well. I want to ask, with this new beginning down in the weeds here, I deck up the right way. This is just something I scribbled up. 12 yes cards, 12 no cards, 2 blank cards. And as I was thinking of the question, there's a double yes. So there's equal number yes and no cards. The 2 blanks just basically mean not decided as of yet. Is this something to do with Zorro Ranch or burials or... No, okay. Is this to do with the Epstein files? Is this to do with the Epstein files? No. What's it to do with then? Is this to do with about asking the question right? Is this to do with young girls that the Orange Menace was involved with? Yes and no. And then yes. Yes and no. How do I ask this question correctly? Well, they just said yes. Yes. As I was asking how to ask the question, yes. So what is the question? Yes and no. What is this? I'm going to keep doing this reading to see whether we can glean something out of it. Okay. The immediate future is the Ten of Wands. This is about planting the seeds for the future in the messaging. Ace of Wands externally. Whatever it is, two aces, absolutely inflammatory, that will burn to the ground. Drawn to the skull with the horns here, the totem pole, the do not cross path, the protection. Let's see what it is. Betrayal, deceit. Internally, it's to do with betrayal and deceit. Now, the felon has just lifted sanctions on, I believe, Hungary. Is that Orban? Hungary, with its nuclear program. Now, it is a nuclear energy program, but it is using it's Russian backed. Okay. So I'm feeling it that, okay, it's not the Epstein files, but it's something else. We've got the hopes and fears, the Six of Pentacles, the tossing out of some sort of protection and closing ranks, the outcome, the Knight of Swords, truth being brought forward that's going to bring about absolute downfall, and then we can move on. Look at these three truth cards here, the truth being blocked here, and treason. And then we've got the Hermit, the investigation into secrets that are being revealed. On the base, we've got the King of Wands. It's one of my Zelensky cards. The Page of Cups, unexpected information coming forward. But this can also just be taking action with the messaging. And then the Tower card. Boy, oh boy. A couple of new beginnings and a couple of downfalls. This is about poor choices being brought to justice and bringing about an ending. A lot of ending cards here. Is this to do... Okay, I'm getting the yes, no cards out again. Just move those out of the way. Move those out of the way. What is this that they're bringing forward? Is this... I don't think it's to do with voter manipulation. No, yes, okay, possibly, but not. This is not the crux of it. Is the information that Anonymous are going to bring forward with receipts to do with selling, the felon selling secrets, selling blank card, not telling me. Is it to do with selling? Is it to do with treason? Is it to do with treason? Yes. And then the blank card. Yes, 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 it is. So it's actually, if I say it's worse than, so you got the death card and you've got justice, you've got the Tower card, you've got the secrets, you've got the investigation, you've got the downfall being brought with the truth. It is something that we're not anticipating. It's a harsh truth to do with treason. It's also the false victory, and then there's another new beginning, emotionally overwhelming card, and we've got Russia there, and then we've got work, money trials, work going on behind the scenes, and then there's the King of Cups, which is you guys, and the Moon card, the literal fight of good versus evil. Yeah, I think what they're going to bring forward, is proof of treason, of selling US secrets, of, yeah, that sort of energy. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Love to you all. Let me know your thoughts. Catch you shortly. Bye-bye.